like to the port.
Yeah,
And
they
the
have.
other one.
So yeah, in Icy Strait, they have the one that goes up the mountain. Then they
Yeah.
have the smaller one that takes you over into the little.
It's the other because there's like there's two piers basically. So like you
Yeah,
take it from one to the other, and then.
yeah.
Well, yeah, I did that because there really wasn't. We weren't supposed to pull in there, and they had already like, I guess, started to close everything down because it was the last. It was the end of the season. We were supposed to go to Skagway, but then because of the weather, we couldn't pull in there, so we went over to Icy Strait Point, and of course,
Oh, okay.
it was like a torrential downpour the whole time, so it really wasn't a whole lot to do. Some people did the zip line down, which was
Oh my
crazy, and
goodness.
all that rain.
I don't think I could do that. That thing looks crazy.
Doing like
And
man fly down. It's
they are
crazy.
flying on that thing, and then we stood on the other pier where it lands. And when they hit this spring at the end of it, I mean, they're gonna get. It looks like someone got whiplash. It's not slowing down until you hit that thing. It was crazy. They hit that thing,
Yeah.
they're swinging, and it was crazy.
I was looking at that, and then I was like, this probably ain't this might not be for me.
No,
I want to get home.
I'm not real good with heights anyway, so
I want to be able to walk off the pier when we get done instead of being like wheeled down.
Yeah.
Hey.
Well, I mean,
No, he gonna be a pier runner. What are you talking about? He gonna be a pier runner. I'm missing.
I did get some good pier runner footage when we were in Cozumel on the Vista. So.
Oh, is that right?
I need to edit that.
Yeah, you need to put that out there. A lot of people watch that stuff. I'm gonna do that. I'm absolutely. I might get multiple cameras for that one. That's gonna be interesting. Because there's gonna be some people that just can't tell time.
Yep, yeah, definitely.
Well, they stop off there at Fat Tuesdays, get those last couple of drinks,
and they stay a little longer and all that, and before you know it.
Well, yeah, especially Fat Tuesday, especially when they free pour.
Yep.
Yes, I know about that. That's why if I do that, I get back on the ship by 12:00. Yes, that's what I do, and I like that. I like Three Amigos. That food is great, especially.
So Z, what's going to be your first meal on the Jubilee?
Steakhouse. Oh well, the first meal.
Yeah.
It will probably be a combination of Shack Chicken, Guy's Burger, and pizza.
Sounds like a winning combination.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be then the night steakhouse. Absolutely.
Somebody said that Shack's chicken is better than Popeye's chicken sandwich. So,
well, yeah. The thing is, I'm not a chicken sandwich kind of guy, so I'm very interested to see how Shack Chicken is. So that's gonna be a review. Yes, so that is the thing. And then after the steakhouse, might go to the casino or might go in a hot tub.
Watch out.
Hot tub.
Watch out.
they didn't announce any different restaurants on the Jubilee this week, did they? It was just a couple different areas.
Yeah, so they've announced a couple different zones. There's not so with Emeralds, so with Emeralds, on the Mardi Gras and on the celebration, it was like Emeralds like 9 something, 9:17, 9:16, and then the celebration was the next one. On Emeralds, it's like 7:14, and in my carnival call, I found out why they are. It's not the still in the 900s when it comes to the Jubilee, and it's because of the shipping yard. So the Celebration and the Mardi Gras were built in Finland, and the number to emeralds is the number of the ship that was built at that shipyard. Well, the Jubilee, the number is like 714. It's being built in Germany, and that's the number of the ship that's gone through that shipyard. So that's how they come up with those numbers.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I think I had heard that one other time. I couldn't remember exactly what it was.
So, but that's the other well, so like the zones are the currents. So it's really going to have an underwater theme. They have a bar there that's called Dr. Inks, and it's a squid that is its mascot or whatever. So that's why it's called Dr. Inks. And then the other zone is called the shore, and it's going to be a pier and shore type of theme. So it's a lot more vibrant colors in that area, and they have a bar on there called the Marine Bar or Marina Bar. So it's so that's all that's been. No new restaurants have been announced that I know of yet. So
I got you. It looked like
Yeah,
they
yeah.
announced for Utopia the Seas, I think last week, that they're going to have one that's like a train car. I don't know how that's going to work.
that'll be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm interested to check out that Havana area because I got a Havana cabin on that one. So
On the,
yeah, it compares to the Vista.
You have the Havana on the Jubilee.
Yeah.
really?
It'll be interesting because I know everyone does not like the size of the Havana area on both the Mardi Gras and Celebration. I'm interested to see if they make it bigger on the Jubilee because a
They
lot of people
probably will. I think
we're not happy with it. But I don't know. You know, the reason that they made it smaller is because of Summer's Landing, and they're still going to have Summer's Landing on the Jubilee, so that may be why it's not smaller. But it'd be interesting to see if they make it any bigger because I know there was a lot of complaints for people that stayed on the Mardi Gras and Celebration that it was too small compared to the Vista and Horizon and that. So we'll see.
Yeah, I don't think it's. I looked at the little the diagram, and it looked like it's got some hot tubs, but it doesn't have a pool. Like on the Vista, you got the 2 hot tubs and the pool.
Yeah.
But it's
TV.
pretty nice.
Call Me V came in.
Hey,
Hey, welcome in.
hola Vin, ¿qué pasa? Mikey 2, 3 amigos in Cozumel is awesome. Somebody to share some love.
Yeah, I finally ate at that Poncho's backyard in Cozumel. You know, I've been there all this time. I always walk past that place, and I thought I'll go in there for lunch. You know, so they had some of those lobster tacos, which was
Oh Lord. Yeah.
turned out pretty nice.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Did you book Mr. Sancho's for Booze Cruise?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, not yet. Is that what everybody's doing, or?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so we are doing the Mr. Sancho's. I thought I had mentioned to you, but Mr. Sancho's, there's going to be a group of us. I think right now there's about, I want to say there's close to 20 people that are going to Mr. Sancho's. It might be over that actually.
Come
It
on.
might be close to 30 now that are going to Mr. Sancho's in Cozumel. So
You just go to like their website. And,
Yeah, you can just go in and book
Other brand new
on the
account.
website.
Yeah, I can find
When
the
you go to book it for that day, when you go to book it, there's a spot to put if you're going in with a group or that name. Just put in Booze Cruise.
all right. Sounds good.
I'm working with them to hopefully they can have an area put aside so that we can all sit together and all that kind of stuff. Kind of working with them on that. So
I might go back
Oh,
to
wow.
the same spot I went to in Jamaica this past time. I don't know. I'm gonna look see if they got it or see what all they got.
I've never been to this port in Jamaica.
Montego
I've only
Bay.
been to.
Montego Bay.
Only been to.
Yeah, you know, originally it was Mahogany. Originally it was going to be Mahogany Bay, and I was really looking forward to that.
Yeah.
But they changed it. So.
For the booster?
Mhm. Of course.
Yeah, Montego Bay. I would say
Where we going on the booster?
there's nothing like really close
to
from
Montego
what I
Bay.
saw to the actual port.
No, Mahogany.
You know, if you're
It's
just
gonna
not
be
driving
Mahogany
around. But I mean, they got some little, vendors right there at the pier, but there's not a whole lot from what I saw.
I got you.
Yeah, we've been to Mahogany one other time, but I don't remember. It was when we first started cruising, so I don't remember a whole lot about it. So it'd be cool to go back.
That's the only. We don't have any other group excursions or anything, right?
We don't yet. There are some people that are trying to put something together, and if enough people are interested in a certain type of excursion, Carnival did tell me through the events department that I can give them that excursion and they can make it, like if they can make it more of a private excursion if there's enough interest.
Yeah.
So, but I know that Shannon with Shannon's Travels also, she has there's an excursion company that she has used before that she was trying to put a couple excursions together too if people were interested in that. So, but everything's really going to be posted in the Facebook page. We'll be doing another Zoom call probably. I think I'm probably going to set up for sometime in August to really, let everyone know everything that's going on and all that kind of stuff. Just kind of give an update on everything.
Yeah.
I need to put something more out to try to get a harder number for how many people want to go out Friday night. Because I keep getting told by several different people they want to do it, but I need to get the group together and figure out a bus tour, walking tour. Mike, do you have any idea what day you're going in?
I haven't given a whole lot of thought just yet because it leaves on Saturday or Sunday.
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 Leaves on Sunday.
Okay. Well, I mean, I know at the very least I'll get there the day before, but I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out if I'm gonna fly or drive.
Yeah.
If I need to.
So if you drive, just so you know, in the Facebook page, I did post a link to get a pretty good discount. It's at a hotel that's right across the bridge. I mean, you can see the port and everything, but it's right across the bridge. And if for people that are driving, you can park at that hotel. If you stay at that hotel, you can park your car at that hotel for only $5 a day.
Wow, that's
So
unheard of.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, we got Shannon really worked with that too, but we got a really good deal on that, and that it's like it's $40 or $50 right around there a night. We have booked a room there. It's around 140, 150 a night, and that does include breakfast if you want to do their breakfast. And then if you're driving, it's The parking's only $5 a day. So.
Well, so all that's on the Facebook page.
It's on the Facebook page. There's
Well,
the
yeah,
link
I'll go check that out.
to book your room.
We're going in on Friday. I'm going to get there 12:40, I think, on Friday, and 8 p.m. Friday. We're planning on doing a haunted tour because New Orleans is like the most haunted city in America or whatever, and
And
they have
it's
a
a
ton of
Halloween time too,
different
so it
tours.
should even be better. And there's a couple like Halloween, I don't know what, but paranormal type events going on that weekend also. So New Orleans is going to be hopping with ghosts and goblins.
I do want to have some good food while I'm there because I know that. I mean, that's supposed to be what New Orleans is known for. So
Absolutely. In fact, hoping that that Have Luggage Will Travel, Josh and Amanda, they can't make the cruise, but they're gonna try and meet up with people. And I told them I wanted them to show me some good Cajun food. So hopefully, it's on their radar. Typically they're hopefully going to be able to come there on Saturday or something. They do have some other things come, so they're not 100%. But they told me the other day they're sure going to try.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm right here, guys.
We went to
Right here.
what?
Right here.
What?
Huh? What? Who? What's that? What?
What are you saying? Right here.
He's going crazy.
I'm taking from my shipmate account, so I'm
He fell asleep.
no, I'm listening. I feel like making coffee. Don't push it. Don't push
Coffee.
it.
Are we Eddie, are we shipmates on shipmate?
I don't know. I'm about to find out and I'm doing a new account.
Eddie doesn't know how to use it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot where I got it from and who I was. So I'm making a new one.
Oh, okay.
And once I get it set up here, then I'll start popping you guys.
Mm-hmm. I'm just checking my stuff out.
Just checking the stuff out.
Yep, just checking stuff from my account, see what's going on. Always got to do that.
Bam Manola says, if you want to do a haunted tour, come out here in the bayou.
I ain't going
You will
nowhere.
absolutely poop your pants.
Well,
Yeah, but they probably got those big things.
crocodiles and alligators and boudad and gumbo.
Mm-hmm.
They got the hunted
I don't
gumbo.
want to be messing with no alligator, crocodile, or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
If I can figure out how many people plan on doing it and what the consensus is on what type of tour they want to do, because there's a bunch of I went on that website. I just searched haunted tours in New Orleans, and it's a million of them that come up.
Wow.
So while y'all doing that Blues Cruise thing, I might have to do something incredible for the week y'all are gone. I might have to do a week marathon.
You gonna take all of our lives?
I'll take all, yeah, I'll take all your lives and say, hey, I can't get back on my channel. What is he doing?
Are any of you guys planning on going live on the ship?
I mean, I plan on it, but we'll see what it is.
I don't think so because it's an old ship, right?
They're not going live.
Well, I'm hoping by then they have Starlink on it. Hopefully, all the ships have been converted by then.
Well, you can't go by Starlink. I found out on so Starlink was great on the breakaway. Then I went on one of the seas, and Starlink was terrible.
Oh, is that right?
So I
Well,
went
they've been having
live
trouble
one
on
day.
that for weeks now. They've
I
been
went
having
live
trouble
on my
with
first day and tried to do a sail away live, and I didn't see like too many people trying to do a live or anything. Like everybody was trying to do it at the same time, and it was terrible. It kept cutting out on everybody kept saying, "Can't see it, it's breaking up."
Wow.
So I just stopped the live.
I was trying to go live on the Panorama, and I was
Well,
able
that's all
to
shit. That
hop
ain't gonna
into
happen.
a live, someone else's live. Oh, I did Jeremy's on that Sunday, but
Yeah.
I was trying to do our own live, and it was not connecting. I was having a heck of a time, so I just begged it.
I went live like 5 times on the breakaway, and I mean there was a million other people going live and didn't have any issues.
Oh, maybe a lot of them are using, if it's during the last Sailway party, they probably had their connections to their phones before they left. And that's one of the reasons why they do it.
Eddie, what's your
Maybe it's
username for Shipmate?
Brooklyn Eddie. Capital B, capital E. Brooklyn Eddie.
Ooh. Okay. Mm-hmm. We're going over here. Here. Hey, I think it's past your bedtime. It's almost 1 o'clock.
Oh, shut up.
You get quickie when y'all hit a quickie.
I don't know. It's not. My thing's not finding it. So find me when you get a chance.
Where do I look for you?
Under the username, type. So it's Ocean with the capital O, the number 2, then Ocean again with the capital O, and then TRVL.
TRBL, okay. They're my name.
I couldn't find yours either. So after you get his, I'll give you mine.
Bruce, can you find me?
What's yours, Alice?
Alice Lugo, the number 4, Avon, AVON.
No, they got okay. So I'm watching PS Odyssey's TV guide for tomorrow. Let me see here. Destination Fun will be on 8:30. Embarkation will be on 10:30. Seaway Journeys will be on 5. House of X will be on 7.
I got Alice.
You found me?
Yeah.
Give it to me one more time, Alice.
Alice Lugo.
Is that capital A?
Capital A?
Yeah. And capital L for Lugo. The number.
Let me see here. Hopefully I'm in the same thing. Because I'm on the cruise line, so it might be something different.
Tell them the name.
Alice, capital A. Lugo, capital L. 4. And then Avon,
The
capital
number 4? The
number 4, yeah. The number 4. And then AVON, Avon with a capital A.
The just so y'all know, the capitals don't matter because I didn't put any capitals on Alice's and it came right up.
Okay.
Okay, I found you, Alice.
Okay.
Eddie, I got your old account.
What is it?
Eddie Lugo Studio.
Just like that?
Yep. no spaces. Eddie Lugo Studio. No,
Studio.
no, that's at the end.
Okay. Hold on. I found shipment
Oh,
now.
no credit required.
Okay, I just sent you a request, Alice.
Okay.
You got mine, Bruce? You should, because I got yours, but I don't know how it works.
Yeah, we're shipmate friends. And Mike, you're on there too, right? Who's
Yeah.
that?
I don't
Is that
know.
weird? Are we?
Well, it's Cruise Vet 1, the number 1.
Yeah.
Oh, $1,000.
Success.
Okay, I just sent you a request, Mike.
Yeah, I got it. I got yours and my clock. Oh, and I got CNS Travel
It's
too,
just spinning.
and Awesome Sunsets.
Mine is M Clock 24.
Because he wishes he was 24 years old.
Nah.
So I found your old one, Eddie Lugo Studio,
Play Studio then.
and so I just sent you a request at that one. But you said you did a new one?
Yeah, I don't think it's in the same place.
Yeah, 'cause I can't find your other one, so.
I'm so confused with this stuff.
Can you do it on the computer or you have to do it on the phone?
It's a phone app.
Oh,
All right, let me see here.
that makes a lot of sense.
I found Eddie.
Accept, but it's still spinning. Accepting and it's spinning.
I just sent Eddie a request. You got the red thing with the seashell,
Yeah,
the palmetto.
yeah. Brooklyn Eddie.
Yeah. Yeah, I just sent you a
Why
request.
can I not find that one?
Okay. What is this? Okay. That's odd. Let me double check something here.
Uh,
1205.
Got you, Sherry. And got your CNS.
5'7". Okay, that is that.
Yeah, the Shipmate is a app for cruising.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You can put all your cruises in it, and it'll give you your countdowns. It tells you exactly what your ports you're going to each day. I've come to find out that that's a heck of a lot easier to track your cruises than anything else, because you can do all the different cruise lines all in the one app.
I found your new one, Eddie. Find me.
We found you.
I found you. Just sent you.
No more hiding.
Let me get over here. Something's not right. Let me double check that.
Aye. And I keep uploading a photo and it takes it away.
Maybe it's because you're probably trying to put in your age, and then you're trying to upload a photo, and
It doesn't recognize your age.
That's
Put in your age and it went over.
Yeah.
yep.
Yeah. Let's see.
Oh, I know
which
why
side
it's
is?
different. So it's not to start it.
Probably.
No, it's this. Sticking to it.
No.
Oops, browser multiple pages. Sir. Looks like the page you requested was that no worries. Head back home page. Crap.
Okay, what does he want?
So this is the right picture now there. So what the fruit?
All right.
What's
Well,
going
I
on,
gotta get
House
out of here. I'm getting ready to play some games at 12:30. Real games, men games,
Oh,
Xbox.
you're gonna go play PlayStation?
No, I'm gonna play some
Yep,
Xbox.
They're fired from PlayStation.
It's gonna go play with Hot Wheels. His Barbie dolls.
You mean this thing right here? Right here.
PlayStation.
It's better than a girlfriend or a wife.
That's
I
a
can turn it
fan.
on, I can turn it on, and I can turn it off.
That's a fan.
That's all you need right
That's
there.
a fan.
Mm-hmm.
That pink?
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, House of X is here.
After X,
Bronx is in the
Welcome
house.
in.
thank you for coming in. Thank you for the show this morning. Those of you who have not watched the repeat of the show, that show was very, very irritating. The repeat of the show.
Call me if you wants to know what is shipmate.
Okay.
Your new one, Eddie Lugo Studios. All right. You got
So,
it.
man, thank you for your service.
What I hear.
Appreciate it. Oh, by the way, how's your mom before I leave?
Oh, she's doing good. She's doing good. I mean, like I say, she's up and about and taking care of herself and everything. She doesn't have the back brace anymore, so
Oh, yeah, because that's what the thing that was
she
concerning.
doesn't,
'Cause she really didn't want to wear it, and she needed to wear it.
she got rid of the the home health nurses that come visit, and so I mean they said that she didn't need it anymore. So
Well, that's good. That's good news. Well, guys, I'm out of here.
well, all right,
All
man.
right, Z. Well, you go have fun playing your PlayStation.
That's right.
Bruce,
Get the high score.
yeah, I get ready for
Bruce
Bill.
can
He challenged me
do
to a
it,
game.
Z.
Once for the rest of challenged me to a game, so I got to practice. All right, I'll see y'all. Well, I'll see y'all.
Later, Z.
All right, have a good one. And then there were 4.
Faux
Oh.
show.
Oh yeah.
Got to have at least 2 mics on every live stream.
That's correct.
That's the new YouTube community guidelines, I think.
It's the correct ratio.
Yeah, you'll lose your watch hours if you don't.
And then we have Batman and Iron Man.
I'm Iron Man. Batman right here. Let me get this fixed. I gotta change everything.
Everything.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hope this rain lets up.
I gotta find a new. My daughter left her, doesn't have her job anymore. So where I was doing my T-shirts and stuff, I gotta find a new place to do them now. I do not like Teespring.
Okay.
So,
What about bonfire?
Good night, Palma.
it is. How do you like their quality?
I mean, that looked good, right?
Yeah.
that looked. The shirt that she got today.
Is it just silk screen or is it like a vinyl?
I think it looked more like silk screen. That's what it looked like.
I got somebody trying to make my logo right now, Bruce.
Oh, nice.
I don't think you were in here earlier. This is the closest thing so far that they made up that I liked the best.
Oh, very cool.
but the boat looks more like a fishing boat. So they're reworking it now. They sent me 7 different ones. It's through Fiverr, same place that Moonlighting did theirs.
Oh, okay.
Different artist, but trying to see how it goes. But you get unlimited reworks till you get happy.
Nice.
It's $45.
Just make sure that whatever you end up doing, that you get it copyright.
Yeah.
Make
So
sure.
that was
'Cause I did that. I did that. I went through the State Department. I did it all. The company I went through, they filed all the paperwork for me and everything. And lo and behold, I got a call that someone else was trying to use my logo and everything. So we had to go through a fight to stop them. So just make sure that everybody, that you're protecting yourselves.
Gotcha.
That's what you gotta do.
Bama said he's gonna get up at 5:30.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. Well, what am I saying? I get up at 4:30 a lot here anyway.
Well, I get up at 3:30, but I'm already way past that happening because I know, like I said, I normally go to bed between 8:30 and 9. That's why I end up missing your live stream on Tuesdays.
I get up when the sun starts coming through the windows. That's pretty much how it seems to work. Here lately,
No,
I've
that
been
is
up
why
late.
we like the balconies so much, because we mainly book the balconies. We've done the inside before, but I love waking up as the sunrise is coming up and
Yeah.
that. And the time that we got the inside, we kept sleeping in a lot later than we wanted to because we have no idea what time of day it is.
It's like a crib.
Oh, she tucks the
I
curtain
know.
tight. So I just make sure that when I get up first thing in the morning, I just spring that curtain wide open. Say, oh God.
Yeah.
I always get up real early on the cruises for some reason.
Yeah, I've gotten up early. I have gotten up, especially. I mainly do it when I'm gonna do a ship tour because I like to get up before people are wandering around. So I'll get up, and by the time I get up to the the upper decks, deck 14, 15, and stuff, and you're out on the Lido, the sun's starting to come up, and so I'll normally catch a sunrise that way, which is really cool.
Yeah. Vloggers cruise, I was up early as, like one morning I was up at 4 a.m. And I was like, why am I up? But since I'm up, I'm going to go ahead and get up and walk around the ship and get me some breakfast and everything else. So.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's like I get up super early for some reason. I sleep good though. But...
Yeah, we do. I tell you what, we sleep better on the cruise ships than we ever do at home. I don't know if it's, we'll open up the balcony door and stuff, and just hearing the ocean, it's just so relaxing.
The whole ship, some of them don't rock a lot, but they all rock. So rocking, it's a natural motion of rocking you to sleep.
If only the Navy ships had been outfitted like these cruise ships, man.
Oh yeah.
those bunks that we had to sleep on. Oh my God, stacked like 3 high. Crammed in there with 100 dudes, trying to get up in the morning and get dressed and stepping on everybody.
Eddie says that sounded like a good time.
being stacked 3-4 high with dudes.
Yeah.
Nah, just getting crammed in with 100 dudes.
Oh my
And it
lord.
sucked. You couldn't get away. I mean, they track you like if they want to come get you to go do some work. I mean, and all you had was a little curtain, to pull your little curtain, and then next thing you know, somebody's yanking it open, like, hey, we need you to come do this. It's like,
You're the government's property.
Yeah, they got you. I mean,
That they do.
No
and
escape.
you are definitely the government property. I'll never forget when I was in Hawaii, and shortly after I got there in the summertime, and one of my buddies and I, we went to the beach on the weekend, and he fell asleep and got really bad sunburn. He got some on his shins. He got sunburned so bad that he could not lace up and for his boots, his BD uniform boots.
Yeah.
And he got an Article 15 for destruction of government property.
Yep. I've heard of that several times on people going out and partying and breaking an arm or breaking a leg or doing something stupid and getting hit for destruction of government property.
That same thing.
I almost got in trouble. I almost so I broke my ankle. We were down at the beach, and I stepped over this rock, and there was a hole the other side and didn't realize it, and I broke my ankle. And I went in and got a cast put on and everything. But I got tired of wearing that cast. I was supposed to have it on for 6 weeks, and at week 4, I could walk, and I got tired of it. So, and Mike, you'll understand this. I took it off. I cut the thing off early, and I tell you what, Doc was so mad. He's like, I ought to give you I was like,
Yeah.
it is what it is. I my leg was itching, and I'm like, look, I can walk. I'm doing fine. And he's like, oh, he was so mad. He's like, oh, but he was good friend. He was good friends with my company commander, and I talked to him, and he smoothed it all out. But yeah, they don't mess around.
My feet got sunburned one time. I went tubing in Arizona on the Salt River, and of course, you're out there having a few beers, and I got back to the room later that night, and my feet were just like swollen. So we get back to San Diego. I had to go to sick call, and of course they gave me a tennis shoe chip, to wear, and which I didn't really want to do that because you just stand out like a sore thumb.
Oh yeah, if you're on medical profile and you're wearing tennis shoes, you stand out.
I had no choice. I could not get my feet in my boots. So then I go back to my supervisor and give him the paperwork. And of course, I got read the riot act on that, but
yeah,
they didn't light me up or nothing. But
that's good.
I was definitely in the doghouse. They definitely had their eye on me for the next, pretty much for the rest of my time there. Luckily, I was about gone. I was happy to check out of there. Of course, they were probably glad to see me go. The memories.
Yeah. I was at Fort Shafter for a year and a half, and then I was in Schofield Barracks for a year and a half. I was so glad to get out of Schofield Barracks when I got transferred down to Fort Shafter. It was such a night and day, because that's where the headquarters is at Fort Shafter, and so it's a lot nicer. And we always got to go eat at Hickam Air Force Base.
Yeah, Air Force salad, way better.
Oh my goodness! I mean, the first time I went to Hickam Air Force Base, and I could order my eggs however I wanted them. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. And then when you leave the table, you leave your tray on the table.
Yeah.
They like anywhere else, you got to bust your own.
Yep.
because I was trying to do that. I grabbed my tray, and 'cause I didn't know I was at Lackland Air Force Base, and went in there to eat, and I picked my tray up to go, and then the lady grabbed the tray, and we're having like a tug of war with it. And she's like, "No, you leave your tray here." And I was like, "What?" I was like, "I just eat and go." She's like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, I almost got wrote up one time when I first came in the Navy, and it was like the first deployment I did, and you got to go on, you got to do mess duty. Everybody's got to do mess duty when you're new.
Oh, absolutely.
And well, they stuck me up in the wardroom with the officers, so they put me in charge of the salad bar. So I was the salad guy, and so we pulled into Africa, and I was hanging out with these other guys. They were both like E5s, I was like an E2, E3. So I was running with the big dogs, and so we go get this hotel room, and the cab driver takes us to the liquor store. We go back to the room, and I wake up the next morning, and the sun is like shining through the patio, door there. And I look at my watch, and I was like, damn, it was like 8:00 in the morning. Well, I was supposed to be at work at 5. So I'm like almost crying, I'm sweating. I got to get in the cab. I get to the ship. As soon as I get on the ship, one of the guys I work with, he's like, yeah, they're looking for you. And I was like, oh my God, so I get up there, and I work for this Filipino guy. He was an E6, and he starts cussing me out in Tagalog, just, I didn't understand a word of it, but I just knew it was bad. And so he's like, yeah, you're on report. I was like, oh man, so I go back in the kitchen, start making up the salad, and this other cook that was up there, he was also Filipino, and he asked me what happened. I told him. He's like, oh, I'll go talk to him. So them two are having it out in the office, and it's all in Tagalog. So I don't know what's going on. And it's about 15 minutes later, he comes out, and he's like, well, you're not going on report. I was like, thanks. And he's like, but everybody knows that you were late, so they got to do something. So you got to work 2 hours extra tonight. I was like, great. They gave me a little council thing to put in my record, but I went out that night as soon as my shift was over. Went out. I ran into the dude at the bar, bought him a pitcher.
Nice.
This is another little sea story for you.
Yeah.
Well,
How long were you at Norfolk?
what's that?
How long were you in? You said you were in Norfolk. weren't
Yeah,
you?
I did two different tours there. Well, both of them I was actually at the base in Portsmouth. The first time I was on a little frigate that we had there. They decommissioned it already, the Nicholas. And then the second time when I came back, I was also in Portsmouth, and but I had an apartment out in Virginia Beach. That's where everybody stayed. Nobody stayed in Norfolk or Portsmouth. But
Yeah.
everybody either stayed in Chesapeake or they stayed in Virginia Beach. A lot of people bought houses up by Williamsburg or Suffolk. Suffolk was another big area. But we used to go to that base in Yorktown up by Williamsburg every now and then and do like the ammo offloads and ammo onloads.
Yeah. I worked at a nuke plant right down the street from my house right here. Well, it's 6 miles from my house. And most of the people that worked there were all ex-Navy nukes.
Yeah.
So a lot of them were in Richmond. I mean, not Richmond, Norfolk,
Norfolk.
Chesapeake.
That's a long transit in and out. Well, at least I know when I was in the Navy, it took us way longer to get, where we're coming back, coming through the channel and all that.
Yeah.
Like San Diego was easy. I mean, as soon as you're away from the pier, you're already out. Norfolk, you'd be out there for hours on seeing acre detail. Seas are a lot rougher on the East Coast. I'll say that. That North Atlantic is no punk.
I know our Northern Atlantic cruise was pretty choppy in October. I think I took some video during one of my videos, and we were in a ocean view, and I think we were the second one up. So I mean, it's a good like 20 feet off the water,
Yeah,
and the waves were coming up and hitting our window.
yeah. I believe it.
So,
What do you,
Eddie, you gonna make
Working on my shipmate stuff.
Oh,
Did you just do another account?
No,
You found your original one?
yeah. So I'm adding stuff to it.
Okay.
so you're
So
not
which
using-
one are you doing, Eddie?
Say that again.
Which are you using Eddie Lugo Studio?
Yeah, that's the one I'm working on right now.
Wow, okay.
Look, everybody in that one.
So I can delete the other one then where I sent you that request.
All right.
I wouldn't mind doing a cruise out of Norfolk, just just for the heck of it.
Nothing.
Well,
I want to see what they do to the port because I think Carnival's getting ready to redo the port or something to where they can make it year round.
yeah, that'd be a cool one to do just for like old time's sake. The old stomping grounds.
Yeah. I'll probably try it at some point because I can probably get there in about 4 hours roughly, something like that.
I might maybe drive out there, park my truck at on one of the bases, maybe.
Oh, Jubilee was back in the day, and the Magic Rat too. I wonder what ships I was in back in.
Back in the 40s?
Yeah, back in the 80s and 90s, out of Fort Lauderdale.
How long you been in Seattle there? Or are you in Seattle, Bruce?
No, I used to live in Seattle. I'm in a small little town called Ocean Shores, right on the coast now.
Yeah.
But I was born and raised in Washington. So I actually am from a town just north of Seattle called Everett. There's a Navy base in Everett,
I've heard of Everett.
and that's where one of the main Boeing plants is that they build. There's also an airport now that they use the same at Payne Field. It used to be an Air Force base, and they've used it for a bunch of other things, and now they have turned that into another airport. Because everyone was complaining, everyone up north, up by Canada, and all the way down, that everyone had to go to Seattle to fly out. So they finally put a airport, and they actually fly international out of that airport. So up in Everett.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I was there for the Seattle Seafair. I think it was 2011 or 2012. I think 2011.
Oh, is that right? Yeah.
We pulled into Everett first, and then we went down to Seattle. Of course, they had us like way down in the industrial area, but
Yeah, Seafair used to be so huge. It has not. It's really dwindled in popularity and everything. But it used to be really, really, really big. And for you guys that don't know what Seafair is it's a naval celebration, but it's also around. They do hydroplane racing, and on Lake Washington, Seafair weekend. And they do a lot of stuff that whole weekend. They have a big parade and everything, but it's really dwindled. There used to be, it used to have on Seafair weekend, there'd be 3-4 million people that would go to Seafair, and the last few years it's been under 1 million people that goes.
we loaded our ship up with like all kinds of tourists, and
Oh, yeah.
we went out because they did like the parade of ships,
Mm-hmm.
and so we had to set up like ship tours for them, and of course you got to feed them, so we had people out there just steady grilling up. I don't know how many hamburgers and hot dogs, and I mean it's kind of neat though to have that many people on board.
Yeah.
Couldn't get anywhere. It was like trying to get from point A to point B. I had to like fight through everybody, but
Yeah.
What kind of ship were you on?
well, I was on four mainly amphibious. The three of them that I was on were two LHDs, one LHA, which are like the amphibs with like the flight deck. It's like a little miniature carrier.
Okay.
We bring like the Helos and the Harrier jump jets and all that. And then the other one that I was on was a frigate, which was a small one, man. That thing was tiny. We only had a crew. We had a crew of less than 200. So, but the amphibs rode, but I liked the small ship better, to be honest, because you knew everybody. Everybody knew everybody, which is good and bad. I mean, everybody knew everybody's business. You couldn't get away with nothing. But the good thing about being on the small ship was you hit like way more ports. So we would go do like a med cruise, like the carrier, they never hit port. But we were so small, we could get into all these other little, we hit Portugal, Italy a bunch of times, Spain, Israel, Cyprus, you name it, Turkey. But yeah,
That's pretty cool. And what'd you do, Bruce?
I was a 71 Mike, which is a chaplain assistant in the Army.
Army? Okay.
Yeah.
cool.
So I went to Desert Storm right out of AIT. AIT is Advanced Individual Training. And so right after I graduated from my AIT school, right after basic, you do basic, then you do AIT. And then I was supposed to go to Fort Sill, Oklahoma, and then Desert Storm broke out, so they froze our orders. And then I got sent over to Desert Storm. I was with 189th Maintenance Battalion, which is a unit out of Fort Bragg. And I thought that I was going to be assigned to them when we got back to the States, but I wasn't. I went back to Fort Bragg with them, and then they sent me back to Fort Monmouth, which is where my AIT school was, to get my new orders, and I got sent to Hawaii. So
That was the last time we ever saw him.
Yeah. My current GF's son just finished naval school, and he's getting sent to Hawaii on Monday or so. One day next week, he's supposed to be getting sent to Hawaii. So he decided that he was going to marry his girlfriend on last Friday, so that she could go with him. But apparently, they haven't really known each other all that long and everything else. So his dad was like freaking out. You need to think about this. Don't do it just to move out there. He's like, Hawaii grows their own out there, right?
well, I tell you what, Hawaii is a tough place for married people in the military. The reason being is it's so expensive to live out there.
Yeah.
And if you don't qualify for on-base housing, it's expensive. I mean, apartments, a one-bedroom apartment, when I was there, and you're talking about back in the early 90s, a one-bedroom apartment was $2,500 a month. It was insane. And so, a lot of people that were married kept their spouse. It was cheaper for them to keep their spouses. They would fly out to Hawaii and stuff, but they would keep their spouses in the continental United States and not live over in Hawaii, because then the spouse, they would live in the barracks, so they didn't have housing expenses. So they could send all of that back to their spouse to have a mortgage or rent, and it was cheaper than to bring them and live in Hawaii. I mean, I had a sergeant major that qualified for food stamps in Hawaii. Hawaii is just, it's really expensive. So for married people to live, and when you're married, you get your BAQ and all that, and you get, for being married, it's much better for them to be here in the state, in the 48, and have a place instead of being in Hawaii. Living.
Yeah, and I think he just took for granted that if he got married, he was automatically going to get housing out there.
Oh,
I know. Yeah.
In fact, if he's just in, and I don't know what the rank would be in the Navy, but in the Army, you don't even qualify for housing till you're an E4.
Yeah.
You can't.
I know he got skipped ahead a little bit because he's doing some kind of technical weapons. I don't know exactly what it is, but he did say that he got skipped ahead for some reason. But still, I don't know.
It'd be very, very surprising when he first gets there if he's going to qualify for housing now. If he's not an officer, I would be shocked.
Yeah, my wife's friend, her husband got into the Air Force or Navy, and they were over at the naval base in St. Mary's, right near my house, and it took them a long time before they actually got housing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. I mean,
Certain stations, it's tough.
Yeah, and I was married with my first wife, and I was looking to bring her over there, and there was a 2-year waiting list for base housing, and it's just, it just didn't make any sense. So yeah, you don't just come over to a new unit and qualify for base housing. That's just not how. Anyway, that wasn't my experience when I was in back in the 90s.
Like I said, he just graduated 2 Fridays ago, and got married last Friday, and then he's supposed to be leaving.
And his wife, he just got married because he would have to, do all the paperwork for her to even be able to live over there and base out. I mean, it's not. There's a process that you have to go through.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I went to shut down, but I have it graded.
Crazy.
Yeah.
And
Hawaii, anyway, in the Army side, I don't know about the Navy side, but housing was very, very sporadic. A lot of enlisted didn't even qualify for housing, so they just don't have a ton of it.
We had like different lists. Well, in San Diego, there's a whole bunch of different lists, and obviously the nicer the ones, the longer the wait.
Absolutely.
Sometimes they would let you get expedited. Like if you were already on the list and you're waiting, and then your wife got pregnant, then sometimes they
26 now, 27.
Don't maybe.
My wife's upgrading her laptop.
Oh.
Something came up, a BIOS update on it, and it's updating by itself, so it's almost at 100. Do not shut down or remove external power from your computer during the process. So we'll see.
All right, guys, well, I'm gonna pop out of here.
Yes, me too.
Yeah, I'm falling asleep myself.
Yeah. I'm ready. She's ready. So I gotta.
This is like one of those Z streams right
Yeah,
here.
I'm looking at the time, and Eddie, you've been on for 3 hours and 21 minutes. Wow. You're
Oh,
And at the 1 hour mark, I was gonna cut off, and then
I
Mike said,
remember that. I remember that.
let's take another 10 minutes.
when I did my night shift, I was trying to
Well,
stay up
yeah.
all night because I was only off 1 day a week, so I didn't want to try to change my schedule. So I stayed up all night. So I have 2 or 3 live streams where I think I did 5.5 hours or 6 hours, something like that.
Wow. I don't know how you guys can do it. I mean, we have our hour live, and my throat is so dry. I'm just like,
Oh, you see me? I mean, I have to keep a glass next to me all the time.
yeah.
Oh.
All right, guys. Well, this has been great. It's been fun. You guys
Thanks
have
for
a good
hanging out.
evening. And we will
We'll be
see
in
you
touch.
guys around YouTube. And
Yep.
we've got our live Tuesday night. And if you guys are available, you can come on. Cindy's not going to be with me on Tuesday night because she's got to go out of town for work. So it's just going to be me. So I'm not sure all that we're going to do, but you guys are more than welcome if you want to get on. Come on. Let me know. I'll send you the link. I don't like to just put the link out in my lives. I really want to control who comes on. I don't want people to be just popping on, so I'll send people links, but I don't like putting it just in my chat. So
Yeah, I got a premiere on Sunday morning. I was gonna do a live, but I'm gonna do a video premiere instead. So
okay.
probably be about like 10 o'clock my time on Sunday. My Cozumel video. So
Oh, very cool.
Okay.
Very cool. All right, guys. Well, you guys have a good night.
yeah.
There's
Good
her.
night, guys.
I'm out of here too. So
Night,
thank you guys
everybody.
for hanging out. Mike and Mike, I appreciate that. So
Yep.
we'll see you in a couple hours.
Yep.
Talking
See
to
you.
the